Hello everybody, the Lawn Gnome is here, and I can prove to you that I'm something like human.
Yeah, Hollywood, you know I love you more than one I should. Yeah, Hollywood, well kiss me good. Yeah, Hollywood, you know I love you more than...
Sorry that it took so long to make a new video, guys. I really apologize. The next couple of weeks, 2 weeks pretty much, are going to be intense because I have midterms to prepare for, and because of that, it's been really hard for me to actually dedicate some time to putting together some videos, and I haven't even gone to the movies. But what I do have today is a music review for you. I did actually get 2 new albums from 2 artists which I have been following for years, and some of you probably know them, and I'm looking forward to going over these 2 albums with you. And the first one that I want to talk about is probably one of the more anticipated albums of 2014, and it's the 4th album from one of the best bands in America, known as The Fray. I was very curious about their 4th album. I was very surprised that it came out so quickly, because the thing about The Fray is, every single time you hear their album, it's a very different sound from the first. And this new album, Helios, is definitely very different. It has, you can still tell who they are vocally, but the style is very different, and they just don't sound like the 3rd album, and that's why they're so great. And this album has some real winners. I mean, Love Don't Die is probably one of their most unique songs. It doesn't sound like anything that they've recorded before, but there are also some really great songs on this album, like Hurricane, Break Your Plans, and probably the one that is the most unique to me is Shadow and the Dancer. It's just got a very different sound, a very different pace from the rest of the album, and Helios is definitely one of the best albums that I've heard this year, and I know that their last album, Scars and Stories, for me was the best album of 2012, but will Helios be the best in 2014? I don't know, because alongside Helios, I've got this album to talk about. Puppet Strings from the band Fuel. Now, Fuel has been very dormant for the past couple of years, and they've really gone through a lot of changes, because in their last album, Angels and Demons, which a lot of people don't really know about, Brett Scallions left the band, and now he's back as the lead vocalist, but it's entirely a new band. Carl Bell is no longer in the band, so I was very curious to see what was going to happen with Fuel, and they've really surprised me with this album. Not that Angels and Demons was bad, all of Fuel's albums are great, but this is a very different album from their others, and it's a blend of classic blues, some alternative and grunge, as well as just some plain old Fuel sound, and putting them all together is just an amazing mix of sound, and it's such a great album. Now, as far as I'm concerned, as far as what songs are, they're very different from one another. Very different pace, very different sound, so each song is definitely something new for you. Yeah, which is the first track, which is very, very good, but there's also songs like Hey Mama and Cold Summer, and probably the song that surprised me the most is the final song in the album, which is What We Can Never Have. So, this is without a doubt probably their best album since Something Like Human, and you probably know the song Hemorrhage in My Hands. Puppet Strings must have been something that got its fan base to come out and just go buy. When I went to look for this album in Best Buy, I actually had to ask one of the people there to go into the back because I saw the tag, and they said, yeah, this album literally flew off the shelves. So I'm so happy that Fuel is back to a degree, and it's a great album, also one of the best albums that I've heard this year, and I'm happy that these 2 albums are what they are, because this year for music has been pretty dormant and not so great, but Helios and Puppet Strings, real winners. If you are fans of these 2 bands, don't hesitate. Pick these albums up. You will love them. So that's it, guys. I'm glad to be back with another review, hoping to do some more music reviews, especially since there's been word that a new Coldplay album is coming out at the end of the spring, so I'm hoping that that's good. So give me your thoughts if you like these 2 bands, and I'll catch you soon. Hopefully there will be some more reviews. I have some other reviews that I recorded previously that I do intend to post. So keep watching, guys. Thanks for watching, and actions speak louder than words.